Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Kurt Berglund's Baseball World. Today we are continuing my 1983 White Sox. Notice the visual aids, my friends. The visual aids. That's right. 1983 White Sox, of course, the winning ugly White Sox. Winners of the American League Western Division Championship and losers of the American League Championship Series to the Baltimore Orioles. The date today is April 22nd, 1983. The White Sox are starting their second road trip of the season. They have a record of 7 wins and 3 losses. They are in a dead heat for first place, and in fact, they really haven't played that well. They've been a little bit lucky so far. The road trip begins in Cleveland today. The opposing pitchers will be left-hander Floyd Bannister for the White Sox. He is 1-0, and he will be opposed by right-hander Blyleven for the Cleveland Indians, so it should be a good game. One injury note, Carlton Fisk is unavailable for today's game with a leg injury. As played lineups for the Indians, however, and the pitchers, the starting pitchers are as played. However, I determined the White Sox lineup because I'm using the injury system for Replay Classic Baseball in my replay. The other item of note, of course, is that I'm testing a theory here, and I want to see what difference Julio Cruz made. We know that Tony Bernazard, who was the White Sox second baseman at the start of the 1983 season and was traded for Cruz in June. We know that Bernazard was traded for Cruz, and I have placed Cruz and Aurelio Rodriguez, who they picked up in August, on the team at the start of the season to test what the difference would have been had Cruz been there the whole year. So we'll see. But the Sox, in terms of wins and losses, are certainly off to a good start. Let's get to today's starting lineup. Chicago White Sox leading off in center field. It's Rudy Law. Batting second at third base, Vance Law. Batting third in right field, Harold Baines. Batting fourth, the DH, Greg Luzinski. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Tom Pachort. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Ron Kittle. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Scott Fletcher. Batting eighth in the lineup today for Fisk, it's Mark Hill behind the plate. And Julio Cruz will bat ninth and play second. On the mound, it's Floyd Bannister. Bannister, 34 starts, 5 complete games, 2 shutouts, good for 217 innings in 1983. He had a one-loss record of 16-10 with a 3.35 earned run average. For the Indians, in left field, Alan Bannister, batting second. At second base, it's, boy, these are stuck together, Manny Trio. Batting third at first base, Mike Hargrove. Batting fourth, the DH, Andre Thornton. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Pat Tabler. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Carmen Castillo. Batting seventh, and just about 6 weeks from being traded for Gorman Thomas to the Milwaukee Brewers. So Rick Manning will bat seventh and play center field. Chris Bando bats eighth. He'll be behind the plate. And Julio Franco, the rookie, will be at shortstop and bat ninth. On the mound for the Indians is Bert Blyleven. In 1983, the Hall of Famer Blyleven, 24 starts, 5 complete games, good for 156 innings of work. He was 7-10 with a 3.91 earned run average. Those are your starting lineups, and we are ready to go with today's ball game. April 22nd, 1983, the Sox are now 7-3. Blyleven's first pitch to Rudy Law goes like this, and it's popped up. Manny Trio on the infield dirt, calls for it and takes it, and we are underway in Cleveland at Municipal Stadium. The pitch from Blyleven to Vance Law. Law hits it in the air to center field. Rick Manning is there, and there's 2 down. Now it's Harold Baines. Blyleven kicks and deals to the Hall of Famer. Hey, struck him out on a Blyleven bender. And that retires the White Sox in inning number 1. We go to the bottom of the first with no score at a very large and a very cold Cleveland Municipal Stadium right on the shores of Lake Erie. Bannister, Trio, Hargrove. Alan Bannister, Manny Trio, Mike Hargrove against left-hander Floyd Bannister. The pitch. Hey, struck him out. Got him on the broccoli cauliflower medley. Yes. Trio is up, and Trio slaps a base hit to center field. Rudy Law collects it and throws it back in. It'll bring up Hargrove. Sox infield moves to double played up. The pitch from Bannister to Hargrove. Ground ball hit to Julio Cruz. He goes to Fletcher for 1. The relay to Pachorik is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing 4-6-3 double play turned by the Sox. We go to the second with no score in the game. Luzinski, Pachorik, and Kittle, a trio of right-handers, coming up against Bert Blyleven. And his nasty, nasty curveball. The pitch from Blyleven to the bowl. Hey, struck him out on another bender. 2 strikeouts for Bert. Here comes Pachorik. Blyleven kicks and deals to Tommy P. Comebacker. Gloved by Blyleven. Pachorik is limping as he goes down to first base. He may be injured. We'll see how that works out. Now it's Kittle, the 1983 American League Rookie of the Year. Blyleven winds and delivers to Ron Kittle. Ground ball Manny Trio. He gloves it and does that sort of sidearm flip to Hargrove, and that retires the Sox in inning number 2. Now it'll be Thornton, Tabler, and Castillo against Bannister for Cleveland in the bottom of the second. Bannister kicks and deals to Andre Thornton, and he walks him. Base runner for the Indians with nobody out. Here's Pat Tabler. Sox infield playing for 2. The Bannister pitch to Tabler. Hey, struck him out. Baked beans. Gas. Castillo. Double played up for the Sox. The pitch. Hit in the air to right. Coming on is Baines, and he's going to make the catch for out number 2 as Thornton goes back to first, and now Rick Manning in a lefty-lefty matchup. Bannister the stretch, the pitch to Manning. And he drills it to center field and deep. This one could get over Rudy Law's head, and it does. It one hops the center field fence. Andre Thornton's going to try to score from first. The relay from Rudy Law to Julio Cruz. Cruz drops the ball. Manning is going to get to third on a triple. They're going to give Manning credit for a triple. Cruz runs the ball back into the infield, and it's a 1-0 Indians lead in the bottom of the second. Thornton scored all the way from first, and wouldn't you have loved to have seen that in real life? Okay, Bando at the plate. Bannister going to go from the windup, the pitch. And a comebacker from Bando to Bannister. He takes a couple steps toward Pachorik and throws him the ball. And that retires Cleveland in the second. But they score a run on a hit, and they leave 1. The Indians lead after 2 by a score of 1-0. Bottom third of the Sox order coming in the top of the third for Tony La Russa. I'm sure you've heard of him. He was a manager a long time ago. Okay, Fletcher, Hill, and Cruz, the pitch from Bert Blyleven. And look at Fletcher launching one. This is going to get into the right center field gap and go to the wall. Fletcher around first. Manning runs it down. He will stop at second with a leadoff double. Here's Booter, Mark Hill. Does it terrify me that I remember that? Yes, it does. Blyleven the stretch. The pitch to Booter. Hey, struck him out on a bender. Third one for Blyleven. One gone. Indians scored in the bottom of the second. They're looking to try and turn the Sox away in the third. Blyleven the stretch. The pitch to Cruz. This is hit in the air to center field. Not deep enough for Fletcher to advance. 2 down. Rudy Law at the plate. Blyleven the stretch. The pitch to the 0-for-1 Sox center fielder. Ground ball Manny Trio. He gloves it. Throws to Hargrove, and that will retire the Sox. A leadoff double goes for naught. We go to the bottom of the third. Franco, Bannister, Trio, 9-1-2 in the Indians' order coming up against Floyd Bannister. Franco just starting his wonderful career in 1983. The pitch, although I think he had a cup of coffee in 82 with the team, although I'm not sure. Somebody can tell us in the comments. I think he did, but I'm not sure. The pitch from Floyd Bannister to Julio Franco, and hey, struck him out. Pork and beans, gas. Now it's Alan Bannister against Floyd Bannister. The pitch is hit on the ground to Scott Fletcher. From the hole, he fires to first, and Paciorek with the stretch, and they get Alan Bannister by a step. 2 outs now, it's Trio. Floyd Bannister's pitch to him is a base hit for Manny Trio against the left-hander. It's the second hit of the day for the Cleveland Indians second baseman. It'll bring up the human rain delay. Mike Hargrove, Bannister the stretch, and the delivery to him. Hey, struck him out. He humped up on that fastball. 4 strikeouts for Alan Bannister, or for Floyd Bannister. Sorry, I got my Bannisters mixed up. 4 strikeouts for Floyd Bannister in 3 innings of work. We go to the fourth. The Indians lead 1-0. But the Sox have the 2-3-4 batters coming up against Burt Blyleven, Vance Law, Harold Baines, Greg Luzinski. The pitch to Vance. Ground ball hit to Blyleven. Jam job. Law falls down, stands up, runs to first, but they get him by 14 steps. And he's got a case of the bees. He's holding his right hand, so he may have to come out. Yeah. Looking like he's talking to Herm Schneider, the Sox trainer in the dugout, and the fact that I remember that is more than a little terrifying to me at this moment. All right, Harold Baines up 0-for-1. Blyleven kicks and deals to the right fielder. And look at this. To center and deep. Back goes Manning. It's off the wall. Manning runs it down. Baines around first, heading to second. He's got a 1-out double, and it's the Bull coming to the plate. Blyleven the stretch. The pitch to the Bull. Ground ball hit to Julio Franco. Baines holds. Franco throws to Hargrove, and there's 2 down. Now it's Paciorek. Blyleven the stretch. The pitch to Tom Paciorek is hit to Manny Trio. Trio to his left, gloves it, plants, throws to Hargrove, and the Sox are retired in the fourth. After 3.5 innings of play, it's the Indians 1, Sox nothing. We're getting a new third baseman coming on for Vance Law, and it's going to be Aurelio, don't call me Chichi Rodriguez. Or if you're a fan of Les Nessman, don't call me Chai Chai Rodriguez. And if you know who I'm talking about with Les Nessman, God bless you. All right, Andre Thornton, Pat Tabler, and Carmen Castillo in the Indians' fourth against the hard-throwing White Sox left-hander. So Rodriguez is at third base now. He will bat second in the order in place of Law. We're in the bottom of the fourth. It's 1-0 Indians. Bannister winds and deals to Thornton. And there's a base hit to left field. Drops in front of Kittle. Thornton is on for the second time. Tabler comes up. Double played up for the Sox infield. Bannister the stretch and the delivery to Pat Tabler. To right field down the line. It's a 67 hopper. Gonna get into the corner though. Baines has to go get it. Stopping at third is Thornton. Indians have men at second and third with nobody out in the bottom of the fourth. Carmen Castillo coming up. The Sox defense is going to play back. Bannister looking for a strikeout or a pop-up. The pitch is going to be a shot to right center field gap. Cut off by Baines before it gets past him into going all the way to the wall. Thornton will score. It's 2-0. Tabler scores. It's 3-0. Castillo with a big turn at first. He's going to go back. It's 3-0 Indians with Castillo at first and still nobody out in the bottom of the fourth. Manning tripled in a run in the second. He is up. The pitch from Bannister to Manning is hit in the air to right, but not deep. Harold Baines coming on and makes the catch for out number one. Chris Bando up. Bannister the stretch and the delivery to Chris Bando, and there's a base hit. Stopping at second is Castillo. Two Indians on now with one out, and Franco comes to the plate. La Russa pacing in the Sox dugout. The pitch to Julio Franco. Ground ball. Julio Cruz goes to Fletcher for one. The relay to Paciorek in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing, inning-ending 4-6-3 double play turned by the Sox. But the Indians in the bottom of the fourth get two more runs on 4 hits, and they leave a batter, a runner. We go to the fifth with your score. Indians 3, Sox nothing. Blyleven doing a good job. He hasn't walked anybody. He's allowed 2 hits, both doubles, but nobody has scored. He has struck out 3. Kittle, Fletcher, Hill, 6, 7, 8 in the Sox lineup. Coming up in the fifth. The pitch from the Dutchman is a base hit for Kittle. Broken bat job to right field. Castillo collects it and throws it back in. Here's Fletcher. 1 for 1 in the game. The pitch from Blyleven to Fletch with the Indians infield at double play depth. This is gloved by Tabler. Drops it. Picks it up. Fires to Hargrove, and it's past Hargrove. Trio's got to run it down into foul territory. Kittle goes all the way to third and Fletcher to second on the E5. 2 on now, and the booter comes to the plate. He is 0 for 1. The Indians infield is at normal depth. The pitch from Blyleven to the booter. Ground ball hit to Tabler. To his left, he plants and throws to Hargrove to retire the booter. Kittle scores from third. Fletcher holds at second. And now it's Cruz. 3-1 Indians lead now. Blyleven the stretch. The pitch to Juice is hit to second base. Manny Trio cuts it off from going up the middle, plants and throws to Hargrove for out number 2 as Fletcher moves to third base with 2 outs, and now it's Rudy Law. Aurelio Rodriguez is on deck. The pitch from Blyleven to Law is hit in the air to center, but Rick Manning has room and plenty of time to get there. Out number 3. We're halfway through this one. With your score, Indians 3, Sox 1 in the bottom of the 5th. It's the top of the Indians order. Bannister, Trio, Hargrove against Floyd Bannister. The pitch. Hey, struck him out. Broccoli cauliflower medley with a little nacho cheese. Gas. Trio's 2 for 2. He's up now. The pitch is a comebacker knocked down by Bannister. He gloves it, but throws late for Trio at first base. He's got his 3rd hit. An infield single for Trio, and here's Hargrove. Sox infield playing for 2. The pitch. Ground ball, Scotty Fletcher goes to Juice for 1. The relay to Pachorik is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing 6-4-3 double play turned by the Sox. Their 3rd of the game in 5 innings. We go to the 6th with your score. Cleveland 3, Sox 1. Good game going. Aurelio Rodriguez will lead off the 6th. His first at bat. He is on for the injured Vance Law. Harold Baines will follow, and then Greg Luzinski. If anybody should reach, it'll be Tom Pachorik. Blyleven kicks and deals to the White Sox third baseman Rodriguez. And this is hit to Tabler at third. He's up with it. And fires to Hargrove for out number 1. Harold Baines is 1 for 2, and he's up there now. Blyleven kicks and deals. Popped up. It's going to get into left field over Julio Franco, and it's going to be a single for Baines. That's going to bring up the tying run in the bowl, Greg Luzinski. The bowl is 0 for 2. The Indians infield is going to play for a double play. Blyleven's pitch to the bowl. Ground ball, Franco. Gloves it to his right. Goes to Trio for 1. The relay to Hargrove is not in time. The bull beats the wrap at first, and I really wish I would have seen that in person as the bull legs out that fielder's choice. 2 outs now, and it's Pachorik. Blyleven the stretch, the pitch to Wimpy. And we got a ground ball. Manny Trio is going to flip to Franco the short way to retire the side in the 6th. Bottom of the 6th coming. It's 3-1 Indians. Thornton, Tabler, Castillo coming up for Cleveland in the bottom of the 6th. Thornton is 1 for 1. He has walked. He has scored a pair of runs. The pitch from Bannister to Thornton is ball 4. Sox bullpen has been inconsistent. But Kevin Hickey is going to start to throw in the bullpen, as is nobody else. Tabler up. Sox infield playing for 2. The pitch from Bannister to Tabler is hit on the ground to Fletcher. He gloves it. Goes to Cruz for 1. The relay to Pachorik not in time. Tabler beats the wrap. At first base, there's 1 out now for Castillo. The pitch from Bannister to Castillo. Fly ball left field. Here comes the sloth-like Ron Kittle, who's going to make the catch for out number 2. And Rick Manning, lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch from Bannister to Manning. Hit in the air to right. Harold Baines in his tracks is going to make the catch, and that will retire the Indians in inning number 6. We go to the 7th. Good game. It's right there for the Sox to take if they can just get some offense going. Indians 3, White Sox 1. Top of the 7th, Kittle, Fletcher, and the Booter. Blyleven kicks and deals to Kittle. Ground ball. Manny Trio to his left. Plants and throws to Mike Hargrove for out number 1. Scott Fletcher's 1 for 2. The pitch from Blyleven to center field. Coming on is Manning, and he makes a nice running catch. There's 2 down in the 7th. The Booter comes to the plate with nobody on. Blyleven winds and delivers to him. Hey! Struck him out on a bender. A Blyleven bender. That's 4 strikeouts for Burt, and the 2nd for the Booter. It's time to stretch them out in Cleveland with your score. Indians 3, White Sox 1. Bannister will face Bando, Franco, and the top of the order with Alan Bannister in the Cleveland 7th. Chris Bando is 1 for 2. Floyd Bannister kicks and deals. Hey! Struck him out. Bannister with a bender. That is strikeout number 6 for Floyd. Now it's Franco, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a double play grounder. The pitch. Hey! Struck him out on the broccoli cauliflower medley. Gas. You gotta laugh at your own stuff. It's a rule. 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts for Alan Bannister against the hard-throwing Floyd Bannister. The pitch. And this is going to be in the gap. It's going to split Rudy Law and Harold Baines. Bannister around first. He'll get a 2-out double, and Manny Trio comes to the plate. Hickey is up and throwing again. Not throwing up, he's up and throwing. Trio's 3 for 3. The pitch from Bannister to Manny Trio. Ground ball, Scotty Fletcher. Off his glove. Into short left field. Rolls toward Kittle. Bannister around third. He will score. And Trio is 4 for 4 on the day. 4-1 Indians. Hargrove coming to the plate. Ah, boy. Hargrove has had a brutal, brutal day. 2 double play balls and a strikeout. Bannister is now fatigued. They're going to leave him in to face Hargrove. 4-1 Indians. The pitch from Floyd Bannister to Mike Hargrove. Ground ball. Julio Cruz cuts it off from going up the middle. Plants and throws to Bachork to retire the Indians in inning number 7. But they get another run. They get insurance, or as they say in Central Illinois, insurance. And we go to the 8th with your score, Indians 4, Sox 1. Blyleven is now on his B side, which means, of course, that soon we'll be hearing Border Song from Elton John. And the Indians' bullpen is starting to cook. And just who is involved in the cooking is the question on America's mind. Boy, this is quite a bullpen. Boy, this is not a pretty picture. Not a pretty picture. Well, it's going to be Neil Heaton, the left-hander, and Dan Spillner, the right-hander. It's lefty-righty double-barreled action. And you know what? Was it Pat Corrales in 1983? I think it was Pat Corrales in the Cleveland Indian dugout, manning the ship, as it were. Let's look that one up. And it was Pat Corrales. How about that? All right. So Pat Corrales gets the lefty-righty double-barrel action going in the Indians' bullpen. For the Sox in the 8th, it's Julio Cruz, Rudy Law, and Aurelio Rodriguez, unless Tony La Russa. You've heard of him, right? He used to manage a long time ago. Unless Tony La Russa goes to his bench. Cruz is 0 for 2. Blyleven winds and deals. Hit in the air to left. Dying Quail, but Alan Bannister's got wheels, and he gets there for out number 1. Rudy Law up now. Blyleven winds and deals to the Sox center fielder, and there's a base hit to center. Rodriguez is due. Could go to the bench here. Could absolutely go to the bench here, and will go to the bench here. It's going to be Jerry Hairston coming up to bat for Rodriguez. So Aurelio's day is done. Hairston is up. He was one of their pinch hitters deluxe. And he hit .294 on the season with 5 homers. Blyleven the stretch. This could be his last batter. The pitch to Hairston is hit in the air to left. Toward the line is Alan Bannister, and he's going to make the catch for out number 2. Now it's Harold Baines. Luzinski would be next. Blyleven the stretch, the pitch to Baines. Ground ball. Julio Franco is up with it and throws to Mike Hargrove, and that retires the Sox with a whimper in the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Your score, Cleveland 4, Sox 1. And we're going to get a new third baseman in the game for Chicago. It's going to be Jerry Dibzinski, the Dibber. In the bottom of the 8th. He will bat in the number 2 spot. Hairston's night is done after the pinch hit appearance. And Floyd Bannister is out for the bottom of the 8th despite some fatigue. He is going to continue. Hickey and Tidrow are throwing in the Sox bullpen lefty-righty double-barreled action for Tony La Russa. Thornton, Tabler, and Castillo, a trio of right-handed batters, are up the 4-5-6 hitters in the Indians' order in the bottom of the 8th. Cleveland leads 4-1. Bannister winds and delivers. Ground ball. Scotty Fletcher's up with it and throws to Bachork for out number 1. Here's Tabler. Tabler's 1 for 3. The pitch from Bannister to Pat Tabler. Fly ball left field. Here comes Ron Kittle. Bet you can hear him coming. And he makes the catch for out number 2. Carmen Castillo, the right fielder. Bannister kicks and delivers to Castillo, and there's a base hit for Carmen. Rick Manning is due. The lefty-lefty matchup. And here comes Tony La Russa, and he wants Kevin Hickey to take over on the mound. here in the bottom of the 8th. Give you Bannister's numbers. Bannister goes 7 2/3 innings. He allows 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 hits. He walked 2. He struck out 7. He allowed 4 runs. They're all earned. And Castillo on first is his responsibility. So his night is done. Bannister cannot win this game. He could lose it. Kevin Hickey is on for the White Sox. Lefty-lefty matchup against Rick Manning, the Indians center fielder. Castillo at first, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. The pitch from Hickey to Manning is hit on the ground to Jerry Dibzinski at third base. He's going to go the short way to Cruz at second, and that will retire the Indians in inning number 8. We're going to the 9th. Last chance, last ups for the White Sox against Bert Blyleven, who's coming out to try and finish the deal. The Dutchman wants the complete game. Luzinski, Pachorik, and Kittle, 4, 5, 6 batters for the White Sox coming in the 9th. They need 3 to keep it going. Luzinski's 0 for 3. These 3 batters are combined 1 for 9. Blyleven throwing a 5-hitter. And the 1 run he allowed is unearned. The pitch. Ground ball. Julio Franco is up with it and throws to Hargrove for out number 1. Pachorik is 0 for 3. He's in there now against Blyleven. The pitch. Hey! Struck him out on a bender. A Blyleven bender. 5 strikeouts for the Dutchman, and now it's Kittle, the last chance saloon for the White Sox. Kitty is 1 for 3. The pitch is going to be a base hit. Knocked down by Thornton, but he's going to try and make a heroic play to Blyleven, and he throws it past him. Going to be an infield hit. Kitty gets to second on the E3. Corrales on the top step of the dugout. Fletcher is due. He's 1 for 3. Yeah, if only Fisk was available, but he's not. So Fletcher is going to bat. 1 for 3. Blyleven the stretch. Checks Kittle at second. The booter is on deck. Fletcher is the last chance saloon. The pitch. Ball 4. He walked up. That's going to bring up the tying run to the plate, and that's going to bring out Pat Corrales out of the dugout. He wants Dan Spillner for the save opportunity. And I don't have a third catcher, so the booter is going to get a chance to boot here against Dan Spillner. Let's tell you about Blyleven's numbers here. And then I'll tell you about the very frightening stats of Dan Spillner in 1983. Blyleven goes 8 2/3 innings. He allows 6 hits. He walked 1. That was Fletcher a moment ago. He struck out 5. He allowed 1 run so far. It's unearned, but it still counts. Kittle is at second, and Fletcher is at first. They are both Blyleven's responsibility. Spillner is on. The tying run is at the plate in Mark Booter Hill. Now, Dan Spillner in 1983, 60 games, no starts, 92 innings. He was 2-9 with a team-leading 8 saves and a 5.07 earned run average. The booter is looking to ride one out of here. On deck is Julio Cruz. All right, Spillner the stretch. Checks Kittle at second. Checks Fletcher at first. The pitch to the booter. Hey, struck him out, and that is your ball game. The booter fails to come through. And It is a 4-1 Indians victory. Let's give you the totals. For the victorious and home-standing Cleveland Indians, 4 runs, 11 hits, and they committed 2 errors. The White Sox, 1 run, 6 hits, and they committed no errors. The losing pitcher is Floyd Bannister. He is 1-1. The victory goes to Blyleven. The save goes to Dan Spillner. Now, at the completion of this game, the White Sox record is 7-4 in our replay, and that puts them a half game out of first place. All right. Now, our next game in our replay will be April 23rd, 1983, which would be tomorrow. Dennis Lamp will be on the mound for the White Sox. He will be opposed by Indians right-hander Len Barker. Hope you'll join us. Thank you for being with me. Have a wonderful day. So long, everybody.